For every one of the 57 minutes that Donald Trump spoke to the General Assembly of the United Nations, desperately pretending to be the smartest person in the room, by insulting the entire world and insulting the intelligence of most Americans, Donald Trump was condemning himself to history with his own statements that historians will be using against him for the rest of time.
Tonight, Trump at the UN. A 57-minute spectacle of insults, misinformation, and what looks like cover-ups. Let's break down the moments everyone at the United Nations heard and the files he's desperately trying to hide.
Every representative of every country listening to Donald Trump knew that Donald Trump is covering up and preventing the release of the Epstein files that he promised to release and his attorney general promised to release, and they have now refused to release. Possibly because Donald Trump's name appears in the Epstein files too many times. And today at the United Nations, thanks to reporting by MSNBC this weekend, every representative of every country listening to Donald Trump knew that while Donald Trump was shaming himself at that microphone, he was also covering up the Homan files.
He attacked green energy, flung insults at world leaders, and all while delegates knew something worse. Reporting says he's covering up files, the Epstein files, and now the Homan files.
The New York Times has now backed up MSNBC's reporting, with the Times confirming all of the same facts, first revealed by MSNBC's Carol Leonnig and Ken Delanian in an investigative report that has now shocked the entire Trump administration into abject silence. It has been more than 24 hours now since anyone in the Trump administration has dared to say a single word about the $50,000 that Donald Trump's so-called border czar, a job invented by Donald Trump that does not require Senate confirmation, Tom Homan accepted on videotape from FBI agents last September who were posing as businessmen eager to get government contracts related to border security.
New reporting shows Tom Homan, Trump's border czar pick, was caught on videotape accepting $50,000 from undercover FBI agents. That's explosive. And the White House has been oddly silent.
The White House press secretary apparently inadvertently admitted that Tom Homan was in a meeting with undercover FBI agents. She made that admission yesterday when she got carried away in saying something that no one else has said. She claimed Mr. Homan never took the $50,000.
Did the president ask the Justice Department to close the case, and does Homan have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Homan never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. Number two, this was another example of the weaponization of the Biden Department of Justice against one of President Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later. Mr. Homan did absolutely nothing wrong.
Listen to how the White House tried to spin it, then accidentally admitted Homan met with undercover agents. Think about that. Admission without clearing the facts.
Tom Homan isn't shutting up, and Tom Homan's going to keep doing what he's doing, because working with President Trump's the greatest honor of my life. We're making this country safer again every day, and we're going to keep doing it.
So Tom Homan says he isn't shutting up, but the other thing he isn't doing is disputing a single fact reported by MSNBC in that investigative report. Tom Homan has not disputed a single thing reported by MSNBC in that investigative report. What you just heard is the entirety of what Tom Homan has said about MSNBC's reporting. And I wanted you to hear the entirety of it, including all the irrelevant junk that he threw in there that has nothing to do with the evidence that's reported in that investigative report. so you could hear what he did not say. And as I pointed out last night, Tom Homan there did not deny taking the $50,000 in cash.
Homan went on Fox and gave a 5-minute speech, but notice what he didn't say. He never denied taking the cash on tape. That silence is a problem.
It has been 46 years since FBI undercover agents caught federal officials on videotape accepting $50,000 in cash, which is apparently the FBI's favorite number for undercover payoffs to politicians. That FBI operation in 1979 was codenamed Abscam.
This isn't new for the FBI. Think Abscam, undercover payoffs, caught on video, led to convictions. If there's video here, the stakes are enormous.
Democrats in the House and Senate are now calling for the release of the Homan files, in addition to the Epstein files. Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee, led by Congressman Jamie Raskin, have demanded in writing that the Attorney General and FBI Director hand over the Homan files. The Democrats wrote, "Do the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation have video and audio recordings of White House border czar Tom Homan accepting $50,000 in cash bribes from undercover FBI agents stuffed in a brown paper takeout bag from the restaurant chain Cava?" It certainly sounds like you do. Your reported effort to shut down this investigation appears to be a brazen cover-up to protect Donald Trump's allies at a time when the Department of Justice and FBI are also being ordered to aggressively pursue prosecution of Donald Trump's political enemies. We demand that both of you immediately turn over all recordings from Mr. Homan's meeting, as well as all files from this investigation of purported bribery involving Mr. Homan.
Congress is moving. House and Senate Democrats are now demanding the Homan files and recordings. This is no longer just a media scandal. It's oversight and potentially criminal evidence.
One United States senator and 6 members of the House of Representatives were convicted of bribery and conspiracy. No criminal defendants have been able to convince juries they are not guilty after the juries have seen FBI videotape of the defendants taking cash from undercover FBI agents. Donald Trump knows, and Tom Homan knows, that Tom Homan cannot possibly survive this story if the FBI videotape of his meeting with undercover FBI agents becomes public.
Trump filled the air at the UN with bluster, but the story trailing him is about withheld files, covert FBI stings, and a silence from the White House that raises more questions than answers. If there's tape, it changes everything. I want to know, what do you think they're hiding? Drop your view in the comments and subscribe for the follow-up.